Good morning, you guys. I hope you guys had a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Today is Monday the 7th, so July 7th, and it's been kind of eventful, not really. um, 4th of July, and then yesterday we went to my grandmother's, went to church, and cooked out on the grill, but her grill grate, what's it called? The grill. It's my aunt's grill that she left out at my grandmother's for everybody to use, and it was already like second, third, fourth, fifth handed down from somebody to her. So it was on the verge of falling apart, to the point of no return. Anyways, we didn't realize how bad it was until we went to go cook out on it yesterday for 4th of July. And first of all, it's like a little bit wobbly, so the legs had to be positioned with some rocks so that it didn't fall over. And then the slightest little bit of movement, because the bolts and the holes were now too big for the bolts, and the bolts were rusted and corroded away from just a lot of wear and tear. The sheet grade rack thing that goes on top that you put your food on, slightest little bit of movement and it would fall. At one point, it catapulted our chicken quarter out of the grill onto the ground, so that was fun. So grilled out on that, and then we were like, we finally had enough, so we just took everything inside. We ended up just making hot dogs and chicken quarters. But we finished them up in the grill, and it was good. It was really good. And then yesterday I had some knitting needles that came in the mail from Amazon, because I cannot for the life of me find any of my knitting stuff. I had a bunch of knitting needles with the circles on them, and I don't think I donated them. I don't think I did. But I couldn't find any of them, and I threw my back out. Friday evening 4th of July. I threw my back out Friday evening just trying to look for them. And so I had to order some, and then the tube ended up being too long for what I needed. So yeah, that was exciting. And then I didn't vlog any of it, but I got a Roblox. I think it's like a Lego robotic blocks or something like that kit from Amazon, where it has different things that can be built from those blocks, and they don't really do anything like technology wise, but you can like build them and they can move and stuff. It comes with a book on the front that you could do things. And then my daughter got a roll-on glitter perfume kit. My youngest, those were both from Amazon, and then we did those. We put those together. My youngest that day, so this was Wednesday of last week. He got, I cannot remember the bike colors. I think it's like red and black and blue, something like that. It's in my shed. He's a year younger to fit it. He's on the shorter side right now. But we got that from Goodwill for $12.99. So that was a good score on that bike. And then my daughter got some purses from the Goodwill while they were at camp. And yeah, I also got some friendship making bracelet kits. I know how to do the friendship bracelet things. But yeah, I got her like a kit that came with the board, and then I got 2 extra boards for on the go. I have a video linked to my thoughts on her kit and how to tweak it, because I personally think that okay. I understand a kit is a kit and it's not going to be the greatest thing ever. And if it's for a kid, I totally get that. I am cool with that. I am 100%, I'm on board. No complaints. But I do think that if it's going to be used in the manner that it's going to be used in, there has to be something to help it, so a kid's not getting frustrated with that idea of doing that. Does that make sense? And wanting to give up. So it's just like a couple of little tweaks, but nothing major. I just picked up this beauty on the garbage. It's a stool. Somebody had it sitting out for the garbage, so I picked it up. Literally like not even 5 minutes ago. Okay, like 7 minutes ago at this point, just to get home and film. Oh, I'm trying to think of how I'm trying to say this. So with the friendship bracelets, you could do hair wraps. They're called hair wraps. Like you take some strand of hair, you can braid it, and you can put them on there, and you like put it. You basically use your hair as the thread, but like you don't take your hair and wrap it around the colors. You know what I'm saying? It stays the base. You could do those, or you could make some reusable ones where you could put it in the hair. I'm thinking, for the sanity of my life, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the loop on the top like you do a friendship bracelet, and then take hair and then just maybe not the hair itself, but take the wrap. So like pull the wrap. I'm trying to show you the best way I can. I don't want to like drop y'all. Hold on a second. Okay, hopefully y'all can sit right here, but you take the strand. I'm going to use this straw wrapper as an example. So you have the loop up here, right? And you have your strand of hair, and you feed your hair down through the hole, right? Or, you know, like just slide it up. And then you would take the bottom end of that and loop it in through that hole and pull it down. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Aubrey's wanting to try it out. I don't think I've ever personally put them in my hair. I know my mom said she did when she was little. But, yeah. So we're going to do some of those. It's like, the way that my mom did it was, you know, you take the piece of hair, you braid the hair, you put you knot it on the top, and then, like, you do your thing with the colors, go down, and then you, like, elastic it on the bottom, and then cut off the extra pieces. We could do that. I probably will do that, but, for Aubrey's, I'm trying to think of things that way she can make them and then reuse them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, because, you know, like when you do that, you kind of have to like cut it and then pull it apart. And I don't know. They last up to 3 weeks. You can wash them. I think I might make one today. I'm not exactly too sure. I think all in all, this video might just be like a sitting down with you guys and figuring out things and video content on what to do. Just because I am tired. My back still hurts. Yesterday, it was to the point that my knee was throbbing. I almost fell over. Like I had a sciatic nerve and I have an ant on me. But, yeah. From, like, my inability to keep my balance and then my knee, I almost, like, swung around like I was drunk. It was crazy. I'm surprised I drove home last night. Daniel was telling me when we was leaving my grandmother's, he was like, I can drive if you want, and me being stubborn, because I'm limited on what I can do anyways, because of my muscular dystrophy, and then recovering from surgery, I was like, nah, let me see how far I can get, and then we'll switch. But yeah, this is basically a sit down with you video with you guys. Life update, I guess. The kids are at camp. They're having fun. I have a child support case that I have to go to in August in another county, which kind of but doesn't make sense because it's up here now. So I don't know. Court ordered child support when I got my divorce. Well, back when me and my ex-husband split, I didn't want to get on child support, but government being government, child support happened, and to my ex-husband. And then now that we, like, Still try to get a divorce, blah, blah, blah. I finally got my divorce last year up here in this county that we're in. It took 8 years. Yeah, my daughter will be 9. It took 8 years to get that divorce. Nothing on our end, but then it was now it's up here, and then the judge, there's just a lot to it. So the judge, had everything move up here, but now I think because of the back payments and everything, I have to go to the county down there and have them go over what's going to happen about transferring it up here, and just, different things like that. So I don't know the reason for it. It's funny that how many and this is just from the time of the child support started to the time I moved up here. And I mean, like, we were trying to get it transferred over. We were told, it's against the law to have child support in a different county when you're up here. And for, like I said, for like 8 years, 6 in this county, we just kept trying to get it moved up and moved over, and trying to go in front of the judge, trying to get my divorce. And they were like, you have to go through your, take it in front of the judge. It was a lot. Basically, so, yeah, I never had to go to court the whole entire time. The 3 years, 2 almost 3 years being down there, and then the 4 almost 5 years being up here, I never had to go to court down there. Then they didn't care about it, like, even though they had me get it, whatever. And then now I come up here, and like, okay, so part of it was when I had, because I was court ordered from court to go down to a child support office and set it up with what was discussed in court, and I did that. And then they wanted me to email a letter over, and I think this is part of it, but I'm not exactly sure. They wanted me to email a letter over to the old county to give permission for the new county to get the records and everything from that county to go to court up here. And I've done that, and court's supposed to be up here, but now court is in that county. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on down there, but I do have court. It's August 4th at 9 a.m. So I will be staying out at my grandmother's because she lives in that county. I'm just going to stay out the Sunday, that Sunday. So I think I might have, well, no, Daniel might be working. I don't know. Well, I could just leave the kids with my grandmother and my aunt, my mom. My mom's not working that morning. But anyways, yeah, so I got to go to court down there. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm glad that where I'm going to court, not a lot of people have this opportunity. Not a lot of people have this chance. Nothing, you have to figure it out as you go. Some people have to get up in the morning and go down. But I'm just glad to know that I have family that is in that county that I used to live in, and I have a support system no matter what, because you're not supposed to bring kids to court with you when it comes to things like that. So yeah, I'm grateful for it. So, because a lot of people don't. Like, a lot of people have to figure out where their kids are going to go, what's going to happen. And I do. Like, I ask permission, I ask. I don't just, like, drop my kids off. But the fact that I can go down there and stay the night, and then I don't have to get the kids up and ready or nothing like that. Like, they can sleep in. I can go. I can swing back down. I can pick them up. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. It works out. It works out. So I'm grateful to have that community. What else is there? There's that update. I don't really think there's much of anything that needs to be updated. Our solar tax credit. We got solar panels in 2023, right? Why does that not sound right? Yeah, no, it was 2024. We got panels in 2024, and then we were told not this income tax, was going to get part of it this income tax, but next income taxes, it was going to be the big tax credit that we would get. Well, Trump signed a law, whatever, bill. I don't know the official terminology of what it is, but basically that $20,000 what we were supposed to get, we're not going to get it. Yeah, it's great. So now the van over here is going to, so we got a van from Mobility Works. I'm looking right at it. The whole back end of it came out, and we owe money on it to Mobility Works still. It's life. It's having a vehicle. That went out December 31st of 2023. The whole back end came out. The whole bottom came out. It's not drivable. There's no fixing this. There was a robin next to my car. Anyways, there's no fixing this vehicle, and that there's like $24,000 left on this car, on this van, and Mobility Works will not come pick it up. They do not want to fix it. In order for them to come get this vehicle, they want my vehicle that I'm driving now and that vehicle to put me in a vehicle that if went through through them, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. They gave me a lemon as a van. It drove, but the ramp never worked. Sometimes the doors would open on their own while driving. The back doors where the kids would sit, and honestly, it was not safe. It wasn't safe. But yeah, it's sitting here, so we were going to take that money from that to the tax credit, and we was going to pay off this van and to just get rid of it, because that would open up a big finance that we don't have to pay on. So it all worked out. It's all in the Lord's hands. You know, who knows? It could change by that point in time. Nobody really knows. And I'm wondering, because, like, I don't fully know. I haven't really been following it. Daniel's been following it in bits and pieces. But I'm wondering if you was to get this tax, and I'm not saying it because of us and our situation. I'm wondering if there was like a cutoff point. So like, if you got this tax credit that was supposed to be given to you at the next income taxes, right? And you got your contract and everything is before a certain date. So like, I don't know, say August 1st, right? August 1st, 2025. If you have that contract before August 1st, 2025, I wonder if you're still going to get the tax credit. And like after August 1st, there will no longer be a tax credit to people that apply. I don't know. Like, I don't see Trump doing something like that with Elon Musk, where he just cuts people off like that. I don't know. Like I said, it's not, at the end of the day, I can't control what other people do. I can't really control what happens in the government. You can voice your opinion. You can do things like that, but it's like any given thing. You could tell your kids what they can and can't do and set them boundaries and be an example and voice your opinion. But at the end of the day, they're going to do what they're going to do. And does it need correction? Yes. But you cannot control or change or anything in that moment. Does that make sense? So like I said, I don't know. I have no idea. Other things that are going on. I think it said the kids were in camp. I have been working on leg warmers. I made me a set of pair. I made myself a pair of leg warmers. They're like pink and yellow, and the color is Pink Lemonade by Red Heart Super Saver. I think it's striped. I don't think it's Bitty stripe. Bitsy stripe. I think it's just striped. I don't remember. But I made a pair of leg warmers for this winter that come above my knees. And then my daughter's got So mine were worsted 4 weight. I crocheted them. And then my daughter, I did the same pattern. Hers was just smaller. And mine was with the size 4. Hers was with the size 6 weight. And it's kind of like a wool feeling almost. And they're thicker. Hers are like gray with like white and green blue speckles in it. It's really cute. Yeah, so I made her a pair for this coming up fall and winter. And then I have a blanket that I'm working on, which is, I think it's called the patchwork. I'm so tired. Oh. I think it's called the patchwork blanket crochet, where like you start out with a square and then you add on top of that square on top of that square, you know, until you get to a certain point, and then you start from the bottom one, crochet out, go up and back, attach it to that first one. That makes sense. Anyways, I started that. I'm not doing all of the squares the same size. I'm not doing them all the same length. Like, you know, like my panels going up are basically the same. That first one. And then the second one is, smaller or whatever. And then, I have it like split. So like, say like I have a solid purple, like on a row, and then I'll go halfway in that middle point. And I'll do one, like, say, pink, and then, like, over here I'll do blue. So it's, like, 2 squares on top of that one. And then I've got one that's, like, a rectangle, and then I can do, like, 3 colors, and a solid color, like, bigger, smaller. Make it look more scrappy. Make it look more, not just, like, the same solid block sizes. Anyways, I'm making a queen size one for my bed. First panel's done. Second panel, I'd have to show it to you, but basically, like, my first panel's done for the length, and then I have my second panel that's almost done, and then I have a third third row. My third row is like almost done, and then I have them like where they tamper off and like staircases coming down. Because what I'm trying to do is I want them to be different sizes, and I want them to overlap in certain aspects. And in some spots I have the yarn going where it looks like it's like steps going up. And I don't know, I'm just trying to have fun with it, figure out not different stitches, but different designs, different, same stitch, but like different layouts, different colors, different things. And also by doing what I was doing where it looks like the staircase effect almost, I can make sure that because I had skeins of yarn that I was using, plus some scrappy balls of yarn, I can make sure that it's not just on one side, it's like kind of throughout the blanket itself. So yeah, I think I have 4 or 5 rows attached. Just gotta finish it up. That's my project. Bought a pair of needles, knitting needles, that the cord was too long. I think I said that. I don't remember. I am tired. But yeah, I got knitting needles that are too long. Well, like the loop, the wire. And then so now I waited until yesterday for those to come in the mail. And then last night, they were too long, so I had to order a smaller set, which was like the 16 hook, the 16 cord, whatever you want to call it, 16-inch cord. I am so tired, y'all. It's not even funny. But yeah, I had to order those. Those will be here tomorrow. So I can start making beanies and hats again. I really want to learn how to knit. Like, I know how to knit. I know how to do the cast on. I know how to do the knit and purl method, but like actually make something in multiples of it. So I was thinking about making some hats. I'm not exactly sure. I know I want to make the beanie that Passionate Kelsey made on her YouTube channel. I want to make that one. And yeah, and then like I know that one's 56 cast on, I think a baby blanket would be 40, 40 cast on stitches. I can't remember. I can't remember. But basically, same technique, same thing, just smaller and, you know, smaller. So I wanted to master that and make a bunch of hats, make a bunch of little baby beanies, preemie beanies, and things. So now I know, like, the preemie sizes, it's gonna have to be a smaller hook size, you know. And then like the micro preemies and. But yeah, I really want to master my knitting skills. Y'all, I am tired. I haven't been able to sleep. 4th of July, I didn't go to bed till like midnight, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Daniel had to go to bed. Daniel had to get up at 3 and be at work by 4. And then, so that was Friday night, just because of all the fireworks. And then Saturday night was basically the same thing. I didn't get to go to bed until like 11:30. No, Friday night, going into Saturday, it was like about midnight, 1 o'clock. Saturday into Sunday, I didn't get to go to bed until like 11:30, but I was up and down a lot. And then last night, what even happened? Yeah, same thing. I couldn't go to bed until, I think it was like 10:30 or 11, maybe later, as much as I tried. And then I would right back up. I'm exhausted between people shooting off fireworks, which, you know, do you. But between the fireworks, pulling a muscle in my back, trying to make sure everybody's up and situated and good to go when it comes to kids and things like that, and just, it's a lot. I'm exhausted. So I think I'm going to go inside, get something to drink, take a nap, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. See the sunshine? I know you see it. But it's beaming through the trees. It's shaded. That's why I parked here. Alright, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.